key question in the field is, what's the extent of the retirement crisis? And I think there is reasonable disagreement about the exact parameters of a model. But across the board, there's only one or two exceptions. There is broad agreement. Most Americans simply aren't going to have what they need to maintain a comfortable standard of living.
What comes to mind for me is, do we have thousands and possibly millions of people who don't know how much they should save, if they have enough, when they can retire, and what that will look like?
On the savings side, sadly, the picture hasn't changed much. By any estimate out there, there's a significant portion of Americans, between a third and a half, who are woefully underprepared for retirement.
You know, my clients' concerns with retirement is, will they have enough? I'd say their biggest concerns are probably health care, living too long, but in the meantime, they want to live today too. They don't want to live lives of deprivation and then have more than they need at the end of life.
Spending in retirement, we're seeing very odd things occurring. So for people who have less than $200,000 of assets, those who think it would really need it, only spend about 25% of their assets in the first 20 years, which for most Americans is the length of their retirement. People are afraid of unknown medical expenses, long-term care, being left with nothing, and being sick, having no money, and still living. That's challenge number one. The other challenge is, of course, habits of thrift. When someone has successfully saved, how do we help people switch gears?
What we do is we go through many different scenarios, because there's a lot of variables. And I think that what can give people comfort and direction is knowing that if they take certain actions, what is that going to look like? And then let's stress test it and say, what if markets are bad? What if markets are good? What if you live longer? What if you live shorter? You know, let's really look into a few different scenarios, and then I think there's a comfort with the actions that we're taking, and then hopefully there's a stick-to-itiveness that will take place.